Okay, so pag-usapan po natin yung school shooting na nangyari sa Tacloban. So medyo late na po ako as to this topic, but I think it still needs to be discussed kasi madami pong interesting na development dito, like yung tinuturo na naman po kay PRRD as one of the reasons daw kaya to posibleng ginawa ng mga accused. Tapos nakikita ko rin po sinisisi naman yung video games ng ilang senators as the possible cause of this. So, i-discuss ko po unang-una for today is whether or not may liability bang mangyayari dito sa dalawang accused, considering yung isa is 14 years old tas yung isa naman 15. Tapos yung interesting pang i-take note doon, according to recent reports from the police ngayon, ay mas madami daw pinaputok yung 14 compared sa 15-year-old. And then, i-discuss ko din po sa inyo kung tingin ko ba dapat na i-amend tong batas na to, considering 2006 pa po yung Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act. So that's already a 20-year-old law. And alam naman natin, di ba, mabilis pong magbago yung panahon ngayon, lalo na because of technology, the internet, plus yung mga streaming platforms, mga Netflix. So in other words, or in simple terms, iba na po yung panahon talaga ngayon from 2006. Okay, so good day po to all of you, my fellow taong bayan, mga Kasimor. Na-miss ko po kayong lahat. It's been a long time since the last video. Medyo na-busy lang po tayo. So anyway po, yan ang video natin for today. Okay, so yung pinaka-facts lang naman po talaga nito, kung hindi pa po kayo aware, there was a school shooting incident po sa Tacloban City, San Jose National High School in Tacloban, Philippines on June 22, 2026. And if I'm not mistaken, this is probably the first school shooting na nangyari sa high school dito sa Republika ng Pilipinas. So yan lang naman po yung pinaka-facts talaga niyan. And as to the applicable law po of this current event is RA 9344, or more commonly known as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. So yung relevant provision lang naman po sa issue na to is itong nasa Section 6, Minimum Age of Criminal Responsibility, and then this one po yung nasa second paragraph. So feel free to read this na lang po, pero in summary, ang ibig sabihin lang nito, pag 15 years and 1 day ka up to 18 years, you will be exempt from criminal liability kung hindi ka nag-act with discernment. So when you say discernment is whether or not kung alam ba nung bata na mali or criminal act yung ginagawa niya. Kung alam po niyang mali or criminal act yung ginagawa niya, meron pa rin po siyang criminal liability. Hindi siya exempted. Basta 15 years and 1 day up to 18 years of age yung accused. Okay, so ang i-take note nyo lang po, ang nakalagay dito sa batas is actually confusing kasi ang nilagay nila above 15 years but below 18. So ang pwede pa kasing i-counter argument dyan ng defense is what constitutes as above 15? Is it 16 ba? 16 years up to 18 or 15 years and 1 day? So yung current jurisprudence po dyan, ang interpretation naman, 15 years sakto pababa, yun lang yung absolute exemption. Pero pag 15 years and 1 day pataas ka na up to 18, dun na papasok yung sa discernment naman na qualifier. But again, it is subject to argument pa nga po kasi yung wordings ng batas is medyo magulo ko. Ako po tatanungin ninyo. And although meron pong current jurisprudence controlling yung in-explain ko po previously, pero of course, pwede pa rin po yan i-argue ng defense kasi hindi naman natin alam, baka biglang magbago yung decision ng Supreme Court considering yung jurisprudence po in relation to this is medyo luma na rin po. And that is probably the reason kaya may ibang na-confuse po na basta below 16 ay walang liability pa rin daw po. But again, tandaan po ninyo, ang interpretation dito ng Supreme Court sa provision na to, 15 years, 1 day, pataas, up to 18. Basta may discernment, may liability pa rin. Up to 15 sakto lang yung walang liability talaga. Okay, so yun lang naman po yung relevant provision natin. So ngayon, pag i-apply po natin to the Tacloban shooters, yung 14 pababa, wala po talagang criminal liability yun siya, exempted yun siya. Pero yung isa na 15 pataas na, 15 plus, nakalimutan ko lang exact age talaga niya. Basta alam ko hindi siya 15 sakto kasi posible po siyang may criminal liability pag mapakita ngayon ng prosecution na he acted with discernment, which is whether or not nga po kung alam ba niyang mali or criminal act yung ginagawa niya. Okay, so yan lang naman po as to the legal basis natin. Ngayon po, discuss naman natin yung next question natin, which is whether or not dapat na ba talaga i-amend itong Juvenile Justice Welfare Act of 2006. So kung ako po ang tatanungin nyo, ang position ko po dyan is I am in favor po of lowering the age of criminal liability. And as a matter of fact, I actually voted in favor po during my time in Congress, sa 17th Congress, dun sa mga proposed bills para pababain yun siya. Pero hindi lang nagkasundo with the Senate version until eventually hindi na siya naging batas talaga during the 17th Congress. Okay, so one of the reasons po na masasabi ko lang dyan is at this day and age, sobrang fast-paced na po ng buhay because of the internet. So karamihan ng bata ngayon ay tingin ko mas aware na talaga sa mga nangyayaring mga bagay-bagay dito sa mundo kung whether or not criminal ba o hindi ang isang action. And from this photo alone po actually ay masasabi nyo na yun na ito sila ay talagang acted with discernment despite their age, lalo na po itong nasa right. So itong nasa right po is the 14-year-old if I am not mistaken. Tapos kung makita po ninyo yung shirt niya dito is KMFDM. So sa mga hindi po aware, this is actually a band po yan, international band, na ito rin yung sinuot naman ng mga school shooters sa Amerika that happened during the Columbine school shooting incident. So hindi ko na yan explain dito para hindi tayo masyado humaba, but feel free po to Google yung Columbine school shooting para magets nyo yung correlation. So of course, possible din naman na coincidence lang nagsuot siya ng KMFDM shirt. But yun nga, like what I stated, this is possibly the first high school shooting dito sa Philippines. So may mga ano din dito ba? Very big coincidences, 'di ba? Kung coincidence lang talaga to na ito yung suot niya, 'di ba? So yan lang po ang masasabi ko. I think that alone would speak for itself considering this is a very big coincidence po, kung talagang coincidence lang siya if you ask me. Plus yun nga po, the internet age ngayon with how everything is developing very fast ay mabilis na din po yung information pumasok sa mga kids. Kaya yung mga parents po dyan, talagang may bigger responsibility ngayon na dapat sumabay din po sa changing times para matuto tayo mag-monitor at mag-regulate ng mga actions ng mga anak natin sa World Wide Web din, hindi lang sa physical na mundo. Kasi baka pag sa physical na mundo, tahimik lang anak nyo, mukhang mabait, pero yun pala sa World Wide Web or sa internet, kung sino-sino na yung kausap, kung ano-ano na po yung ginagawa. So yun din po yung kailangan ninyo bantayan. 'Di ba? Dapat matuto rin po kayong umadapt at huwag nyo gawing rason lang na hindi ko panahon yan, wala naman sa panahon ko yung ganyang mga technology. So yan lang po ang masasabi ko dun sa whether or not kailangan na ba i-amend. Yes, it needs to be amended and I have already supported that during my time ng politiko pa po tayo. And now as a private citizen who is doing what I'm doing in social media, again, I am showing my support for the lowering of the age of criminal liability. Okay, so ngayon po punta naman tayo sa interesting question kung whether or not si PRRD ba yung possible cause kaya ginawa to ng mga batang to. So break lang po muna tayo mga kataong bayan Seymour kasi gusto ko lang po pasalamatan kayong lahat. We have recently crossed po 450,000 subscribers sa YouTube. Currently 456 na po. Maraming salamat po sa suporta. Sa mga hindi pa po nag-subscribe, hopefully you can consider subscribing kasi libre po yung YouTube subscription ko. And then kung gusto nyo naman po ng behind the scenes /Maritesan, sa Facebook naman po kayo mag-follow. Okay, so yan lang po. Again, maraming salamat po sa suporta. Ngayon po, tuloy tayo sa discussion. Okay, so ang masasabi ko lang po dyan, tingin ko hindi naman po si PRRD if you will ask me. Because number one, itong batang to, he's wearing a KMFDM shirt like what I already explained previously, diba? So this was related to a school shooting naman sa Amerika. So coincidence, yes or no, bahala na po yung prosecution yan later on mag-establish. So yan lang po, from this t-shirt alone, it would appear, kung ako tatanungin ninyo, na hindi si PRRD yung nag-inspire sa kanila or nag-motivate to do this criminal act po na ginawa nila. And ang next pong masasabi ko as to that allegation or that statement ay wag naman po sana tayo masobrahan sa politika, my fellow taong bayan, kahit na po magkakaiba yung political affiliation natin. So we have to remember, this is yun nga po, most likely the first ever high school shooting in the Philippines. So yung main issue talaga dito is number one, whether or not kailangan ba i-amend yung batas. Number two, whether or not may criminal liability ba to silang dalawa. Yun yung main issue. Diba? So yung mga political commentaries na ganyan, dapat i-set aside nyo po muna yan. Considering may namatay po, diba, na 3 bata, merong gravely wounded na ilang students. Tapos aside from the physical harm, meron din po yung stress sa mental health po nila, 'di ba? Nagka-trauma din po yung mga victims dito sa incident na to. 'Di ba? So yan lang po, maging responsible po tayo, hindi po political lang yung nagpapatakbo ng buhay natin. There are actual societal issues that we need to address together as responsible Filipino citizens. 'Di ba? Baka po kasi nabablinded na kayo sa galit ninyo towards the opposing party ninyo, kaya puro yun na lang yung nakikita nyong angle sa lahat ng societal issues. Maging responsible tayo, wag po tayo maging panatiko sa partido. If there are actual present, very obvious societal problems, yun lang yung address natin. At wag tayong mag-focus sa puro politika lang. That speaks volumes on your personal capacity as a Filipino citizen, and that will also reflect, di ba, on the party affiliation na sinusuportahan po ninyo kung nakikita yan ng mga kabilang grupo. And like ako, hindi ko nagustuhan yung mga ganong statements kasi nasobrahan na po sa politika yun. 'Di ba? Ang layo na masyado. Yun nga po, 'di ba? May mga namatay na, may mga na-traumatize, and yet you are still linking it to FPRRD. And even for discussion purposes, sabihin na natin tama yung sinasabi nyo ganyang statement, ganyang political statement. FPRRD is already in The Hague, 'di ba? Answering for the allegations na binabato against him. So, yun, that is due process. That is the justice system at work. Although international justice system yun siya. Diba? So, yan lang po. Sana timbangin din ninyo. Matuto kayong magtimbang kung dapat ba yung issue lang muna yung pag-usapan or dapat haluan ba ng politika. Diba? Yan lang po. Just a reminder lang po to all of you, my fellow taong bayan. Okay, and then ngayon po punta naman tayo sa next question kung whether or not video games ba yung posibleng rason kaya ginawa to ng mga accused children na to. And kung ako po ang tatanungin ninyo, ang sagot ko po dyan ay hindi po yan video games kung ako ang tatanungin ninyo. Kasi based on this t-shirt alone pa lang po nitong accused, ay napakalaking bagay na po talaga nito kasi this is very related to school shooting incidents, itong banda na to. So again, like what I stated dun sa discussion about kay FPRRD, mukhang hindi video games yung inspiration po nila. Diba? And I actually made a post about that dito sa Facebook page ko. So pwede nyo naman po makita to. And ako po, I could speak regarding this because ako po I am a gamer since I was, I believe, around 4 or 5 years old. At diniscuss ko na yan yung history ko dito ng pagiging gamer. Yung first game na naalala kong violent was yung Contra. Sa family computer, baril-barilan din yun eh. 'Di ba? Tapos yung next na violent na nalaro ko kung nababasa po nyo dito was yung Doom naman, yung original na Doom sa PC. So when I played that, hindi ko na malala exact age but more or less I was probably 6 or 7 years old. Pero etong Doom, nung nilalaro ko to siya, despite it being very violent, tapos nakatakot din kasi mga kalaban nyo yan, di ba? Yung mga creatures na kung ano-ano. Pero yung tito ko po na mahilig mag-computer nun ay sinusupervise ako the whole time I was playing this, yung Doom. Until eventually, naka-adjust ako, natuto na akong hindi matakot and I understood the concept of the game. And ito, shinare ko rin yung experience ko with Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII po was the first RPG that I played na nag-hook talaga sa akin, nag-start nung RPG love. Yung love ko po for RPG games, yung Final Fantasy VII. Tapos yung mga bida po doon, sila Cloud, sila Tifa, sila Barret. Di ba mga rebelde sila doon, yung name po nila is Avalanche na rebels fighting against the corruption and the abuse doon sa environment ng Shinra Corporation. Tapos, in-explain ko rin po dito yung Persona 5 Royal because this is the last JRPG that I finished, the most recent. And it took me around 2 years to finish that on and off kasi napakahaba ng game. At yung game din po na yun as again about rebellion din sa corrupt acts and practices ng government. So kung makita po ninyo, growing up, madami po akong influence about mga baril-barilan and then about pagiging rebelde. Pero kung titingnan po nyo ako now, based on all the content I have put out there in the World Wide Web, in the internet, eto, sinabi ko rin yan dito mukhang ako naman yung pinakamabait na legal and current events content creator sa Pilipinas. So quote and quote lang yan kasi parang self-serving naman po ko ako magsabi talaga Diba? So yan lang po, despite Final Fantasy being a game about rebellion, hindi naman ako naging rebelde, di ba? In simple terms po, yung pinaka-point ko talaga dito, ito, ultimately, games are not the enemy. They are obviously for entertainment purposes to allow us to escape the stresses of the real world. Kung hindi obvious na hindi reality ang video game, then ang problem dyan is obviously lack of guidance. Be responsible parents and adults and wag deflect sa third parties for possible causes of one's wrongdoings. Be accountable for your actions or lack thereof. Diba kasi madali lang sumakay sa issue pero kung hindi mo alam yung yung reality of things, how games work, ay pangit naman kasi it will paint a bad image. Growing up nga, 'di ba, yung gamers may bad reputation na yun, bad image Tapos because of this, ngayon babalik nyo naman or ituturo nyo sa gaming medyo umu-okay na nga, 'di ba, yung image ng gaming ngayon compared before kasi nag-start din yung mga esports professional careers recently, lalo na nung panahon ng pandemic. So, yan lang po. For me, gaming is not the reason for that. And if we will just look at this photo nga, it is very obvious na that they took, or at least this kid, itong 14-year-old, took a different source of inspiration for doing this. Okay, so yan lang po ang masasabi ko as to this issue. At kung gusto niyo naman po malaman yung discussion ko tungkol sa pre-trial conference ng impeachment ni VP Sara, i-click nyo lang po itong video na to na nasa gilid ng mukha ko. And please take note po, itong mga click-click na yan, para sa YouTube lang po yan. Wala po yan sa Facebook at TikTok. Okay, so hopefully klaro po yan. And until next time, see you all po. Bye-bye!